What's up, family? Welcome to the bar, where we deal with issues using emotional intelligence. Straight no chaser. Hey, welcome back to the bar, family. Pull up a seat, breathe, unclench your jaw. You're safe here. And don't come in here acting brand new. You know this bar serves truth. Neat. Today's topic, the savior complex. Because in families, helping can start looking like control. It can be wrapped in love too. That's what makes it tricky. People don't see it as crossing lines. They see it as, I'm just trying to help. Let's make this plain. The savior complex is when you feel responsible for fixing, rescuing, managing, or carrying other people's lives. And you don't offer support. You jump in without being asked. You take over. You handle it before anyone even speaks. So in adulthood, their nervous system still believes, if I don't manage this, something bad will happen. Exactly. And when a family member does something that triggers, the alarm goes off. It feels like danger, not discomfort. So they rush in because they're triggered? Yes, ma'am. And it's not even about the person they're trying to save. It's about their own anxiety. Oh, damn, that hit. The savior complex is a coping skill. If I fix you, I can finally feel safe. Now let's talk about how trauma creates boundary issues. A savior doesn't know what a healthy boundary looks like if they didn't have any in the home. Right. If your childhood was chaotic, you learned survival, not boundaries. Survival says get ahead of the chaos. You start doing things like making assumptions, overstepping, or mediating arguments nobody asked you to mediate. Or forcing help, like, I'm coming over whether you want me to or not. Or I told the family what's going on. That's where it gets messy. That's not help, that's intrusion. The savior thinks they're saving. Meanwhile, they're actually reinforcing shame. Let's hit the family pattern piece. A lot of families unknowingly reward the savior. Oh yeah, he or she stepped up. And the savior's inner child eats that up because it feels like belonging. Savior becomes identity. Like, if I'm not needed, I'm not valued. And then boundaries feel like rejection. Someone says, I got it, and the savior hears, you're not important. So they push harder, and that's where the real problems start. Let's be real, sometimes saviors cross boundaries because in childhood they didn't have power. So adulthood becomes, let me control the outcome so this person don't go through what I went through. Why? Right, this is where counseling on emotional intelligence is needed. Yes, the savior needs a lesson in boundaries for sure. So V, what are some signs someone is in savior mode? Here's a few. You defend people you deem helpless, you mind the business of others, or you cross boundaries to help. The biggest thing that hit there is you said the savior deems the other person helpless. Yes, the savior is reliving a moment when they felt helpless and no one helped them. Now we got to talk about boundaries with love, because people hear boundaries and think cold. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with locks. Love still lives here. Access is what changes. So how do you help without crossing lines? Simple. Ask, don't assume. Try, would it help if I did X, or would you rather handle it yourself? And if they say no, then fall back. Don't take it personal. It's not your business. You have to address your triggers, not save the next person. You also have to reassure yourself, I'm seen even if I'm not rescuing. Let's name this behavior. Savior energy looks like love, but it's actually triggered fear. Okay, bar question for the viewers. When you help, do you feel peaceful afterward, or do you feel drained and resentful? And another one, when you don't help, do you feel calm, or do you feel like you should do something? Last piece, if you're the savior in the family, you might need to grieve. Grieve the childhood you didn't get. Grieve the role you were forced into. Grieve the idea that you have to come to someone's rescue. That's so powerful. Because you deserve relationships where you're loved for who you are, not what you fix. Support is beautiful. Rescue is what creates resentment. Boundaries keep love intact. All right, family, that's tonight's pour. The savior complex within a family, how childhood trauma can trigger boundary crossing help. If this hits you, don't run from it. Work with it. And if you're about to text 5 people to fix something that ain't yours, put the phone down, please, and ask yourself if this is yours to fix. We'll see you at the bar next Sunday. Same bar, same truth. And remember, you don't have to save everyone to be safe. You just have to be whole.
Are you stressed, overwhelmed? Life got you down and feeling strange. Then ditch the drama and come thirsty for change. Meet me at the bar with your issues. Meet me at the bar with your issues. That's right, you're invited to the bar, so pull up a chair and get ready to pour out your heart to Coach Ree and Coach Vee.
Yeah, Coach Ree and Coach Vee, the dynamic duo. They ready to shake up your perspective about love, life, or money. That's right, they'll help you, honey, get to the root of it all. Get ready for real talk, real solutions, and a whole lot of empowerment.